Hi guys, BanryuTV here. So I'm a player who has been climbing ranked for a while, almost every season, and on all the servers, be it European ones or Asian ones, and I'm gonna tell you how to climb in ranked. Because apparently there's a lot of European players who are complaining they cannot climb because of bad teammates. So first I need to change this mindset that if you have a bad teammate you cannot climb. This is simply not true. And even if you have bad teammates, as long as they don't like AFK or quit the game, it should be fine. You can still win. But in order to increase your chances of winning, even with bad teammates, you need to win the battle before it has even started. How you do that? The simplest way to climb in ranked, how these guys who are top 2 or something do it, is simply make a pre-made group. So you need to find 2 other players and make some friends who are good at the game. And you add them to your group and you can play with 3 players in ranked. And all 3 players must be tryharding if you want a high win ratio. You must put a lot of artillery, like purple artillery, good stuff. And you must have the proper strategy, like you must decide who takes which troops, for example. Um, who takes like flamethrowers and stuff, special units. Or you can just play with good Warband, for example. In ranked, you can use Lancelot Knights or Queen's Knights if you prefer, in Modal and the new Phalanx unit or Modal. And this is like a balanced Warband. You can also use Iron Reapers instead of Queen's Paladins, or in Zweihander, or whatever you want that kills anti-infantry units. Or Wu-Wei, for example, stuff like that. You need to have a balanced warband so that you can swap to the unit that is right in the situation. For example, if the enemy has a lot of pikes, don't use cavalry, just use anti-infantry, like Lancelot Knights, for example, or Iron Reapers, or Zweihanders, or whatever you want. You can actually check my unit meta tier list for which units are available. So first you need to organize your warband, whether you're solo queue or pre-made. When you're pre-made, you have more options. You can pick like stuff like flamethrowers and decide who will protect them with which unit. For example, one pike dude or one shield dude or whatever, or even one anti-infantry dude who protect the pike, who will protect against cavalry. And you need to have a valid strategy with your pre-made when you're playing. But if you're playing solo queue, you just need a balanced warband that is ideal for every situation, so you can swap units and have the right unit for the right situation. You need the right tool for the right job. Once you have it, you have more options. Next, the teammates, it doesn't matter if they're bad or not listening or whatever. You can still climb, it just depends how fast you climb. If you really hate your teammates, just make a pre-made and try hard and put artillery and stuff. If you're spamming like, I don't know, war rockets or something, you will have a high win ratio, of course. It doesn't matter if your teammates are bad or whatever, siege ballistas, purple grape shots. If you put like blue mortars, it's still good. And that would be the minimum if you're trying to climb, putting blue mortars or blue culverins, because they're cheap. And you will be more useful if you have artillery. Next, you need the right warbands, and finally, you can also use the right heroes for maximizing your win rates. For example, the longsword is strong because it can one-shot stuff like ranged units, and with the purple armor, poleaxe is also strong with the purple armor. Short sword, another strong class. For light armor, you can use chain dart, but it's not really that strong because it's useless against units. Basically, any hero that is strong against units will maximize your chances of winning, and you must also be tanky. For example, a poleaxe or longsword can dive and kill the flamethrowers, which could be a game changer, or right-hand marksman, the longsword ults them and they die. Stuff like that. So if you have the right warband and the right hero and the right teammates, 2 of them to be specific, you will win most of your games, especially if you're spamming artillery. especially purple ones. Even if you put blue ones, it's fine, it's good enough. If you don't put any artillery, you have less chances of winning, of course. Next, you can also maximize your chances of winning by shotcalling, but in order to do so, you should have a basic understanding of ranked strategies. So if you're playing on Asia, it's not really necessary to shotcall because people know what they're doing, so you don't have to say anything, just play normally and you will win. Because players are serious on Asia and know what they're doing in ranked. But if you play on Europe or North America, I would say players may be trying to play well, but they don't really understand the strategy involved in ranked. Like they go chase some kills or do random stuff, fight in random places. So if there's a shot caller to lead them, they will be more useful. So you can do that if you know if you know basic rank strategies. Just type in the chat what to do, or use the microphone if you prefer. Tell them what to do, and if they listen and you know what you're doing, you have a much higher chance of winning the game. You can do this whether you solo queue or in pre-made. But of course, there's a chance they don't listen, and or there's also a chance that the shot caller has no idea what he's doing, so that this stuff affects the win ratio. But either way, with all the fail safes like matchmaking and you gain stars so you don't lose them, crowd points it's called now, you will climb regardless whether you win more games or you lose more games. It just depends how fast you climb. So don't be discouraged by losses. It's a mess early season because the matchmaking is not in effect yet since everyone is low elo, but later on it becomes easier as people reach their proper elos. But this attitude of blaming your teammates for losses is simply not true. While it is true you cannot do much in the game solo, unless you're shot calling, for example. But if you have two more premates who are with you and you're all three tryharding, you can definitely win most of the games. Whether it's Asia or Europe, people have 90% win rates or something when they're tryharding like this. It doesn't matter if their team is bad as long as they're not just AFK or leaving the game. By AFK, I mean literally AFK, like they quit the game. You have a good chance of winning. You can even win 14 against 15 if you do the job of two players as one, for example. Stuff like this is definitely possible. So there's no point blaming your teammates when you play ranked. That's bad behavior. You can have bad teammates or you can have good teammates. It just affects how fast you win, how often you win. And regardless of these results, you will still climb as long as you're consistent. And if you have good scores, for example, you will gain more points, crowd points, and you will not lose them. So basically this is it. This is how you climb ranked or in any game, whether it's, for example, let's say League of Legends. If you want to climb in ranked, you need to carry. It's the same thing as Conqueror's Blade. You can carry or you can get carried, or you can just coordinate your team, or you can just pre-made with 3 players and win most of your games. It's up to you how you want your strategy to be, but regardless, it's not hard in this game to climb in ranked. You can get to get top 30. You definitely need a pre-made, 2 more people with you who are consistently playing with you, and you need to develop a good strategy and a good warband and good hero composition to win most of your games. Because at high elo you will face other 3-man pre-mades, so it's more or less about which pre-made is better. Unless of course there's a shot caller and people listen to him and he knows what he's doing, then it's as if the entire team is pre-made, which produces even better results. So there are many strategies to win in ranked and you can use any of them. So don't be discouraged and start blaming your teammates. It doesn't matter if somebody is bad or not, he can still play ranked. Especially in tire lock, that's where the fun part is. Also, most people just play ranked for fun, not for tryharding it, so you don't have to feel stressed if someone is not playing at their best. Maybe they just want to have fun and they're free to do so. It's just a ranked game, not a tournament. You can't expect them to play 100% of their capacity. I mean, they just want to chill and have fun. So guys, stop having this mindset of blaming your teammates. It's not helping the game, it's not helping yourself. This game needs more new players, and I see people saying it's ban them from ranked, like increasing rank requirements, higher level. It's nonsense. There are newbie servers, and they're separate from the ranked pool. If they are in your games, then they deserve to be in your games because the whole season has passed for them to be in your games. And also, if somebody is new, I don't understand this behavior of bullying him in the game. Just tell him what to do and maybe he'll listen and be useful, who knows. Give new players a chance and stop being so pissed off at new players. And then you complain about this game not having new players. By the way, this kind of commentary is redirected to Western players. I don't usually see this behavior among Chinese players, for example. They don't really flame new players, so I don't understand where this behavior comes from. So, North Americans, Europeans, you guys need to chill and stop blaming newbies for your losses. This is not simply not true, as evidenced by multiple players and premates who win most of their games, whether they have bad teammates or not, because they simply invest their time and resources and have the skill to achieve that. So in other terms, get good and stop blaming your team for your losses. Even if you lose, it doesn't matter, you can still win the next one or the one after. That's how this game works. So guys, have fun climbing. You should definitely climb at least to Grand Champion or Marshal, it's called in Asia. For the purple schematic, then if you're bored with ranked or whatever, you can simply stop. It's up to you. You have the entire season, which is 3 months to climb. So stop blaming your teammates and just do it. So this is it for the guide how to climb ranked games. It doesn't matter if you agree with me or not, I simply speak facts and it's up to you to take them in and improve. Or keep blaming your teammates for everything. Like how bad the League of Legends players do who get stuck in bronze or silver or gold and can never climb. If you wanna climb, you need to carry. It's that simple. And if you don't wanna carry too much, you just need to tell your teammates what to do and they need to listen. And you need to know what you're doing.